I return back all of you. Everyone, you pay attention here without seeing that side and this side. The very important concept of this chapter is what are the important features of Indian Constitution. This question may arise for 3 marks or 2 marks. So keep it in your mind every day. Indian Constitution has different key features. For example, Indian Constitution is a written constitution, a republic, then fundamental rights and duties, secularism, independent judiciary, universal adult franchise, election system. Means what? India is a republic country. There is no rule by the king or there is no rule by the single person or there is no aristocratic rule. Aristocratic rule is different from democratic rule. In aristocratic rule, a single person exercises his duties under government structure. In a democratic system of government, who rule the government? Those people, they are elected by the citizens of the particular nation. So let us, the first one is written constitution. India is a written constitution. Means what? If you go some other country, some other country's rule, they will be changing their constitutional structure by day. Means what? Year by year. For example, the particular party elected in the particular year, that party exercises his own duties and his own government rules and regulations. In another system of government, after whenever another government comes, that party, it gives its own duties, its own governmental structures. But to keep it in your mind, in an Indian constitution, it has its own rules and regulations. All are bounded by these rules and regulations because the constitution has been prepared in the form of written policies. So that's why in the written policies, government means Indian constitution has delivered different kinds of powers and different kinds of facilities. So that's why Indian constitution it is called as lengthiest constitution in the world. Because why do we call Indian constitution is the lengthiest constitution? Means Indian constitution has referred various constitutions of another countries. For example, more than 150 countries aspects has been combined with the Indian constitution. So that's why it is the lengthiest constitution in the world. First point is very clear. Why do we call it as a written constitution? Means Indian constitution it is available in the form of written books, written form. In the form of books. So hence it is called as written constitution. Then another one is republic. So republican system means what? Here there is no rule of king. No kingship. No queenship. Means this is a citizenship based constitution. This is citizenship based government. So hence it is called as republican way of government. Means all the people they can elect a particular system of government. That party will be ruling party. Then that party will be exercising its own powers. Keep it in your mind that point. So why do we call it as a republic? Means the government has been created by public. So hence it is called as republican system. So next one is fundamental rights and duties. Various kinds of fundamental rights and duties are available to the Indian peoples. For example, if whoever denied from the fundamental rights, a citizen can question, it is my right. But nobody question herself or himself about duties. Keep it in your mind. Fundamental rights are always coupled with the fundamental duties. What it shows? Fundamental rights are important. With that, duties also very important. So that's why this is one coin. It has two faces. In that coin, the two faces are very important. The one face is rights, another face is duties. So hence it is called as fundamental rights are always coupled with the fundamental duties. Whoever question against the government about rights, those people must practice their fundamental duties. To giving priority, to giving respect to the government, that is the duty of every citizen. Keep it in your mind. So for example, if you are a major, you can practice your own duties. But think, if you are a major, being a major, you have your responsibility as related to duties. Means what? Both are very important here. So our constitution is a set of fundamental rights and duties, hence it is called as, it is also the very important features of Indian constitution. So next one is secularism. So what is secularism? So it's very important point. So India is a secular country. Our constitution has declared that India is a secular country. India is a secular country. Secular means what? Very important point. The one more question may arise for your next upcoming test. You keep it in your mind as a test point of view. It's very important one. What is secularism? What is secular system? Secularism means no religion declared as national religion. No religion declared as national religion. For example, Hindus practices their own rituals and traditions. For example, Deepavali, Yugadi and so on, whatever it may be, Dasara, whatever it may be. Hindu people, they practice their own rituals and traditions and customs. Hindus people's celebration, customs and tradition is different from Christian people, Islam people and some other peoples. So in India, the various kinds of religions are existed, so that's why we are not declaring one religion as national religion. So we declared national flag, national tree, national emblem, national anthem. Till now we won't declare that which is the national religion of our nation. Means no religion is national religion, because so many religions are existed here. If you go into Pakistan, Pakistan has Islam religion as national religion. Their government structure is totally based on Islamic rules and regulations. Where in Pakistan? If you go into Pakistan, Pakistan has its own rules and regulations through the help of its Islamic-based Islamic rules and regulations. But in India, we are not practicing such kind of religion-based government or religion-based constitution, because so many religions existed here. I think this point is clear. Secularism also, this is the one of the very important features of Indian constitution. So next one is independent judiciary system. Three types of system of government here: executive, legislature, and judiciary. Executive exercises its own powers, legislature exercises its own powers, and judiciary exercises its own powers. In the judiciary, I can say that I should say the very important one is, so if whoever denied from the dispense of justice, whoever denied from the upper class people, whoever denied from the rights, whoever denied from the exploitation, whoever denied from the different facilities from the people can contact, the people can approach the different kinds of judicial institutions. Like the different courts are existed here in India: district courts, then taluk courts, then high courts, then Supreme Court. Ultimate dispense of justice, that is under Supreme Court. Means what? Ultimate dispense of justice, that is go through the Supreme Court. Supreme Court is the responsible person. Supreme Court is the responsible institution. It gives its own way of its own way of judgment through the help of different kinds of evidences. For example, recently we have got the results from Rama Mandir. We have got the from the like CAA, NRC, and Trivadi Talaq, all the different kinds of systems we have been cleared in India. So Rama Mandir belongs to the Hindu people. That Rama Mandir, it has its own justification, its own judgment, and now Rama Mandir construction has been going under the leadership of BJP government. Those people, they started the Rama Mandir to construct for the religious institution for Hindu peoples. So that's why the Indian government did not exploit the Muslim peoples. So whenever Muslim and Hindu people, they called each other in a Rama Mandir issue, Muslim people also, they are benefited by that kind of, means what? The same size of land that has been given by the Indian government in another place. So that's why the very important thing, you keep it in your mind: independent judiciary, the dispense or practice of judgment that is possible from each and every layers. So that is independent judiciary. If you are not able to get the result from the High Court, you can contact the Supreme Court. Different levels of the institutions, judicial policies, judicial institutions are existed here in India. So that's why everyone can lead a happy life through this. Next one, it is very important: universal adult franchise. So Rajiv Gandhi government reduces the criteria of voting age, has been declared to the 18 years. Whoever, those people, they are eligible for 18 years, they practice, means what? They are eligible to taking that universal adult franchise. So next one is election system. Through the help of election system, the people can elect that will be the party of ruling party. So hence in this way, these are the different features of Indian Constitution. In next class, we will be able to learn different kinds of another information. Let us bye-bye. Take care.